And tonight in Your America, the issue of health care reform was one championed by Senator Ted Kennedy throughout his life. So as the nation mourns the passing of the longtime Massachusetts senator, many are asking how his death will affect the current health care debate in Washington. And joining me now to help analyze this and much more is columnist S.E. Cupp and Fox News anchor analyst Kimberly Guilfoyle. You know, look at the headlines we got here. Win one for Ted. This is ABC News. Says Dems pushing for health care reform. I've got a whole series. 2:30 in the morning, on the morning that he passed away, we had an email sent out by Nancy Pelosi, you know, basically saying his dream of health care reform needs to be made this year because of his leadership. This was an hour after he died.
It's so transparent, I can literally see through them. It's ridiculous.
Pass Obamacare to honor Ted. Robert
really
Byrd.
Sad, but doesn't that kind of really tell you, speak volumes about the desperate measures that they will take now, that they want to hook their wagon onto the memory of Ted Kennedy in an effort to once again pull the wool over the eyes of the American people? It doesn't matter what you call it, okay? Save the children health care. It's still not going to work because the American people are smart and actually have read the content.
I want to get to that in a second, but isn't it, it's unseemly to me. Now,
yes.
I've had conservatives attack me and say, Hannity, you didn't bring up MaryJo Koopechne, his radical socialism, all the other personal issues he's had in his life, because I'll be honest, I think it's, at this moment, I feel sorry for his family.
Yes,
They've lost a family member, and we will have time to discuss his career.
Sure.
Out of respect for his family, I've decided not to go down that road.
Okay.
Personally, that's my decision. But the Democrats are politicizing this. They're trying. It reminds me of Paul Wellstone when he died.
Yes.
You know, do everything for Paul Wellstone, and I'm thinking this is a memorial service.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty unseemly, as you said. I think it's manipulative. But worst, as Kimberly was saying, it's transparent. I mean, like, as if the American people who have been judging health care on its face value are suddenly going to want to, you know, win one for the kipper and just kind of like throw all of their concerns out the window out of sentimental kind of movie, you know, Hollywood nostalgia is really insulting to the people.
But isn't it also irresponsible, grossly irresponsible? Because how are we going to pay for this? I mean, it's becoming apparent that everybody in the Obama administration is really bad at math, okay? Because how are you going to pay for this? Monopoly money? I don't know, because it doesn't make
Monopoly
sense.
money?
The content.
That's a good line, Guilfoyle.
For $1?
By the way, that may be all we have is monopoly money.
But that's the problem. They just keep printing, and you see, like the others, it's just the money keeps printing and printing. At some point, it's going to end, and the printing press is going to break.
The fawning media coverage, are we allowed to ask this question, is that a lot of it is dishonest.
Well, no surprise there. I mean, this is a typical sort of Democratic tactic. Let's not actually analyze what's good and what's not good about this program. Let's just rename it and hope that the American public doesn't notice.
Senator Kennedy. I think the coverage about him has been over the top and, frankly, dishonest. In the case of Michael Jackson, I thought the same thing, too. I think there was some dishonest coverage. Is that something that just happens when somebody dies? Is that appropriate? We're not supposed to bring up or allowed to bring up the full context and texture of one's life, only the, quote, good aspects that we like?
Well, it is what we do. And, you know, to be perfectly honest, Ted Kennedy just passed, and I think, you know, out of respect for the family, we're all sort of remembering his legacy, which was substantial.
And he died from a terrible disease, cancer.
No, I agree.
And I think, you know, it's important to put the focus on that.
I mean this sincerely, and I do feel sorry for his family. I'm not disputing that at all.